That is right. It's been a long time coming. The farewell show here on Beyond the Game on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I am Jacob Volk. Sitting across from me, Mark Talkovsky, Eric Fischetti, and Nick Ornberger. Mark, it means a lot to me that you're here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You know, I couldn't miss the last show ever of Beyond the Game. I was an original member.
Yes, you were. There is no one else who I'd have rather started the show with than you. The number to call, if you have something on your mind, is 516-572-7440. Here's how we're going to do this show. We have 3 baseball stories and 3 football stories that I want to talk about. We'll combine those. We're not going to take a break in between. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break so I can orient myself because I have a lot of things to say for my farewell. I know for a fact that there are going to be a lot of people calling in to say goodbye, and one of those is actually in studio right now. You just heard him on the wave. The guy's done everything here. Morning Madhouse, Nerdvana, Squared Circle. Is there a show you haven't done, Joe?
No, because you invited me to do Beyond the Game.
Yes, I did. How are you, my friend?
I am great. How are you? How you feeling? It's hard to sign off for the last time. It's gonna hit you. You're not gonna know what to say at the end there. I kind of lost my words. It's
a mix of emotions. I'm excited for the farewell show, but I'm also upset that I'm leaving.
Yeah, he's like, I'm excited. I can sit at home and not have to worry about anything anymore. I have to worry about Eric and his crazy thoughts.
I don't have to keep up to date with crazy sports stories.
Yes.
Just do us a favor. Don't retire for like a month and then come back.
I wonder who you're talking about.
I'm definitely not going to do that. I can promise you that. So, Joe, I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me. It means a lot to me that you're here. Thank you for letting me on all those stage doors, all those waves.
Yep.
Called in twice for you on the Morning Madhouse. Actually called in once, but I walked in once.
No, you called me. You called me a couple times in the Morning Madhouse.
Did I?
You called me at least like 3 times. They were all shocks because usually you're not
awake.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know Jacob, he's not a very early riser. But then I don't blame him. You know, it's so early in the morning. But yeah, Jacob, thank you for when you invited me on to Beyond the Game. That was during the McGregor and Mayweather fight. I had a fun time there, and I loved watching you build Beyond the Game from just a 1-day show to a 2-day show, and just all the things you got to accomplish here, Jacob. You really did a great job here, and you build me up a lot, and I do talk very well about you, but I never really did on the radio so much, and I felt bad. So I wanted to tell everyone out there, I really do appreciate you, Jacob, and I can't wait to see what you go on to in life. I'm very excited. Hopefully you stay in contact with me when you become a big shot and you're running your own show 7 days a week in prime time.
Oh, God.
Prime time, like listening hours. This guy's going to be... He's going to go on to big things. I'm just saying it right now.
He'll have his own app.
He'll have his own app.
Cheats on. The Cheats on app. When Francesca retires, it'll be me.
$10 a month.
We do have a caller on. We do have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Hey, Jacob, it's Sam.
Sam Eisenberg, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry that you're not here, but I appreciate you calling in for me.
Yes, I wanted to make sure I was one of the first callers.
You were the first.
Big news yesterday. Last night came out after a terrible loss for the Yankees. Andrew McCutchen, what? I just want to know what you think of that.
I love the McCutchen trade. They needed a backup outfielder. Shane Robinson isn't going to get the job done. You can't trust Judge to come back 100%. This injury has taken longer than expected. They've needed a backup outfielder for the longest time. I love this trade for the Yankees.
It makes a lot of sense. Not only does it make sense for them right now, it would have made sense years ago. It was always thought that McCutchen would have been a great Yankee, and now he's finally here. I'm excited to see what he can do down the stretch.
He's that kind of player that I feel like he can rise to the occasion in the big spot. And you know what? It does take the bats away from Shane Robinson. Thank you,
I was going to say, Cashman. Who cares?
Yeah, I was going to say, who cares also. But you're absolutely right. You can't count on Judge coming back 100%. Now he can actually take his time, obviously, before the wild card game, where I would expect him to play, obviously. But I think that this is obviously going to take at bats away from the bad people, like the bad, at bats. But do you think this takes bats away from a guy like Brett Gardner, in my opinion?
Good. He's hitting .230. He's going to be off the team next year. I don't care. I mean, the guy's useless this year. He shouldn't even be leading off. It should be Hicks. As much as I don't like him, Hicks should be leading off.
Agreed. And as much as I like Brett Gardner, he's always been the kind of spark plug for this team. He's always been like just the true Yankee, one of the only homegrown guys. But when you're done, you're done. Right now, he looks like he's done.
All right, Sam, thanks for the call, and I promise you, before the year is out, you're going to be hosting a show on this station.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Jacob.
Thank you. All right. So that was McCutchen. Eric, kind of stole your thunder there.
No, that's all right.
You want to talk about the series?
Honestly, this was just a heartbreaking loss yesterday.
Oh, this one bugged me. Did I or did I not call this about Betances?
Well, it's also, yes, you did, but the thing is, he was due. He was,
Definitely.
He can't close. That's the issue.
He reverted back to his old self for a while. I don't like him closing, but due to the options out there in the bullpen, maybe Boone had his hands tied in this sense, but it was just a really bad loss.
Betances shouldn't be closing. He had Robertson, he had Britton. There were guys there who should have been there as opposed to Betances. The guy can't close. He's an excellent eighth inning guy, but you can't have him there in the ninth.
And but the problem isn't just with him closing. It's not like we haven't seen him do this in the eighth inning, the seventh inning, especially last year. So I think it's not just that. I just think no matter where he was, ninth inning, eighth inning, seventh inning, it doesn't matter for Dylan Betances. He was due to get blown up at some point. I don't think it's closing. I really don't.
No, I do.
I just feel like it was time.
The fountain of youth all of a sudden hit Victor Martinez, I'm just saying. But, the guy hasn't done that all year, and all of a sudden he hits two-run home runs in the same game. Come on, it was just a really bad loss.
We do have another caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Richie from Shirley, how you doing?
Doing good, Richie. What's going on?
Just want to wish you good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Whatever you do in the radio business, try to be yourself.
Thank you very much, Richie. I will say this. Hold on, really fast before you go. I will say this. I don't know you. I wouldn't know you if I fell on you. The fact that there was someone out there who cared enough to listen meant a lot to me. You're one of my favorite callers, Richie. Take care.
Where's Nick? Nick is taking over?
Nick is going to be taking over one of the hours. I'm not sure exactly
Mondays
of the
5 to
layout.
6, Richie.
Okay.
Monday 5 to 6?
Yep.
And make sure you have your headphones on, Nick.
I will.
All right, take care. All right.
Something with the line there, dude.
You know what? I needed him to say goodbye. I know he wanted to say goodbye, and it just meant a lot to me that he thought enough to call in. I know Mark was hesitant to put him on, but I appreciate you letting me know, and thank you for running the phone. I really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, this loss just bugged me. Betances just can't close. It's not the eighth inning. If this had been in the eighth inning, I promise you, he'd have gotten out of it. I promise you. There's no simple way. There's no way on God's green earth that he would have imploded. No way. We do have a caller on the line. I'm loving the callers today. Mark, hang up that phone. That was what you did when you first started. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Hi, this is Tara from Oceanside.
Hey, Tara from Oceanside. How are you?
Good. How you doing? I know it's not the Olympics and it's not any medical diseases, but I wanted to wish you good luck and
thank you.
Hope all is well, and want to wish you all the best in your endeavors. And I hope to hear you on the radio one of these days again.
Thank you. I'll be around.
Good. Good luck. Good luck to you, and good luck to the people taking over the show.
Thank you. Stay listening. Stay listening.
I will definitely stay listening.
All right, good.
Absolutely. You're going to be missed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I miss you, Tara. You're a great caller.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
I won't.
Take care, my dear.
Thanks.
All right. So let's get to the Mets. Tonight, they'll start a 3-game series at AT&T Park against the Giants. Mark, what do you think of the series?
Well, that McCutchen trade not only changed the Yankee series, it changed the Mets series around, too.
Definitely.
Because now there's a big hole for San Francisco. I mean, the teams are not making the playoffs this year by any stretch of the means. But these teams, I think, are in two different directions.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
In the sense that the Mets, who knows where the Mets are going to go in the next even year or two.
I think they should trade DeGrom.
My question is, does Mickey Callaway survive this season?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
And here's my other question. Does Bruce Bochy survive this season?
Wow.
That's a lot less likely. I think Bochy's time has run out.
I think so, too.
He's been a very good manager for a long time, but it just happens in baseball. It happens in sports. You wear out your welcome.
Yeah,
Your coach, Joe Torre.
Yeah. your coach for the Chiefs, Andy Reid, he wore out his welcome for the Eagles.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of agree with you with Bochy. Although he has some very good playoff success in the past, the Giants reloaded this year, getting McCutchen, getting Longoria, and you had high hopes for the Giants this year also. But you know what? I think you're right. I think his time is just running out.
I think his time's running out too. My only rebuttal to that is in the Mets area. If Mickey Callaway, I just want to ask this question: if Joe Girardi shows even the slightest bit of interest, do they pursue?
I think he would be a hot commodity for sure. I just don't think Girardi would want to be sucked into that situation.
Neither do I. I'm just asking.
Wait. Which team?
For the Mets. I'm saying for the Mets.
Oh, he wouldn't take the Mets job. No chance.
If
I'm saying if he showed any interest, would they just say, "Okay, no, Mickey, go Joe"?
All right, we do have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Hey, Jacob, it's TJ from NJ. How are you?
Doing good, TJ. How are you?
We're going to miss you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed talking to you. I appreciate you listening all the way from New Jersey. It's been a blast. It really has.
It has, and I have two things to say. My first thing is, you're too young. The Smiths are from when I grew up. How do you know who the Smiths are? That's an awesome show that comes before yours. I appreciate that you...
Joe Ritter like that.
I appreciate that you... That was a great request of the song for the Smiths. How do you even know who the Smiths are? You're way too young.
I'm a big classic rock guy. You didn't know that?
That's amazing, but that's beyond classic. The Smiths are like...
That came out in 1990.
That was very good.
That song came out in the early 90s.
Cool. Good for you. It was, but it was like alternative rock back then. So kudos to you for picking up on the Smiths. That was awesome.
Well, thank you, TJ.
No, Jacob's so old he knows the Smith brothers.
Yeah. Oh man.
So my last two questions for you for related to sports before you sign off are: give me your predictions for my two beloved teams going into the end of the season, the Dodgers, and going into the next season for the Rangers. Predictions, I'd like to hear.
All right. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Dodgers aren't making the playoffs. I said that before the season started.
That's incredible, by the way, that you called that.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
You know you're doing something wrong, though, if the Rays have the same record as you, as the Dodgers, and look at the difference in payroll. That means you're doing something wrong.
Listen, Kevin Cash has done a fantastic job for that team. You have every right to be happy with that. As for the Rangers, their young guys are going to keep getting better. I love their future. Just stay the course. Stay the course if you're the New York Rangers.
And Quinn is the right hire for them right now, especially.
He was the perfect hire for the Rangers. The collegiate system, I absolutely love it. All right, let's keep the calls coming. I like this. You never know who's going to be on the other end of the line. Who is this?
Wesley Walker. Yours truly.
Wesley, how are you, buddy?
Number 85, number one in your heart.
Yes, absolutely. One of the best wide receivers in Jet history.
This your last show, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm here to help you out. And I have an audience here. I'm with my CPA, and I'll be honest with you. I'm running around so much, and I had to do some work with them. And we're talking business right now. Then I said, I got to call you right now. So we're trying to do it in between business. So my accountant says hello. Mark Silver.
Just throw the pass, Jake. Wesley will come down with it.
Yes, exactly.
hey, Wesley.
Yeah, if that were true.
Wesley, if I could share a quick story. I once met, this is Mark talking, by the way. I once met you in about 2003, 2004. You're doing camps at the Mid-Island of Hawaii. And,
oh, yes. Used to do it a couple of times. I did. Yeah.
Right. I actually cried on my way out because I wanted one of the glossy photos that you were giving out, and I didn't get one.
Oh, well, hey, I have plenty. You give me an address, I'll send it right out to you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I was so upset. I'm like, I wanted one of those photos.
Well, and I'm serious. I do this all the time. I was at the beach last night, and there's some real big Jet fans. I even, matter of fact, this guy took a picture of me and had somebody say, "Who is this?" And right off the bat, Wes Walker or whatever. But there's some real genuine fans, and that's why I played this game. And I really adored the fans, and even to this day, I don't know why, but I get recognized a lot. And
because you're the second best. You're the second best wide receiver in Jet history, Wesley. I mean, come
I don't know about all that.
No,
Yeah,
of course you are.
I could have been the first one.
Wait a minute.
Second in numbers, first in our heart.
Yes, absolutely. Listen,
if
Wesley.
I could have stayed healthy, it'd have been a whole lot better.
Definitely.
Story,
Definitely.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
I appreciate that.
It means a
send
lot.
me an address, and I'll send those pictures right out.
Definitely.
All right, I'll call you with his address.
You got it.
It means a lot to me that you called in. Thank you very much. Before you hang up, What are your thoughts on the Jets this year? Darnold, the real deal?
I'm very excited. I like what I've seen, and it's probably cliche, and everybody's talking about it, but he shows a lot of presence. He can move around with his feet, so that means he can